Hi Taurus, welcome to April. This is Teresa from Tarot by T, and before I start your reading, I want to create some sacred space and call in some good energy. So this month, it's a birthday month for some of you, so happy birthday for those of you born in April. This month we have a new moon in Aries on the 11th, and then a full moon in Scorpio on the 26th, which is happening in your 7th house of partnerships. Plus, Venus moves into your sign in the middle of the month. Let me see what date that is. That's on the 15th. And Mars moves into Cancer on the 24th. Mercury moves into Aries. I think that, yeah. Mercury moves into Aries on the 5th. So we have some planet shifting signs. Now, Mercury in Aries is happier than Mercury in Pisces last month. And Venus loves being in Taurus. That's her home sign. So you're going to be attracting love this month, Taurus. When Venus is in your sign, you're attracting love. You're charming, you're attractive, so get ready. The only planet that's not too happy is Mars in Cancer. That's kind of... Mars is weak in Cancer because Mars is the warrior and Cancer is the mother, the nurturer. Cancer doesn't have this warrior-like energy. Mars doesn't feel comfortable in the Cancer energy. So you may not be that aggressive when Mars is in Cancer. You may feel like being more passive rather than aggressive. Anyway, let's see what the cards say for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know about love and relationships for the month of April 2021? What is coming up for Taurus? What is coming up for Taurus for April 2021? What does Taurus need to know? Four of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Temperance, the King of Wands, the Strength card, the High Priestess, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. And the card at the bottom of the deck, oh boy, Page of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so you've been kind of, the Four of Swords at the beginning of the month with this new moon and everything. This is a card of resting. It's a card of healing, being kind of taking time out to rest, to heal. So you might not have been socializing too much, or you might have been keeping to yourself. You start the month out feeling that way, feeling like you need rest, you need to retreat from the world. But then there's this Ace of Wands. But that's just temporary. The Four of Swords is a temporary. So if you've been kind of like a hermit over the past month, that is going to change in April, because you have this Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. Some new energy is coming in. And actually this is a time card. It's going to be in April, probably mid-April, right around this new moon. Well, I'll talk about the moon later. But so there's this new energy coming in. Three of Cups is in the past. This is like a card of party, celebration, feeling supported. I feel like you might have been, in the past, you felt surrounded and supported by friends, but lately you've been kind of alone. You've been kind of isolating yourself from people. But the Three of Cups is a celebration card. It's a party's birth, engagement. It could mean, sometimes it could just mean getting together with friends. Page of Pentacles is the student card. So you might have been busy learning new skills on your job. You maybe have not had time for love. But coming up in the future, here's this King of Wands, and you have the Page of Wands. I feel like a message is coming in that's going to lead to a new beginning. And it could be a new beginning in a relationship. And you're going to have to make some choices, because you have the Lovers here. This relationship is important to you. And you're going to have to decide, what do I want to do with this relationship? someone that you may not have expected to hear from may just contact you. Because the Page of Wands usually represents good news. I feel like it's coming from this king. So it could be a fire sign. It could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I feel like this person is thinking about the past and might want to just reconnect with you. It could also be someone that wants to start something new, because the Ace of Wands is a new cycle. So whatever they're offering you, I think you're excited about it. And the Temperance card here, this is a card of two people coming together that are very different, but they're also very compatible. And the way to find harmony in this relationship is by learning how to compromise, learning how to blend your energies together so that it's like you're creating a win-win situation. Because this King of Wands energy, this person is very strong. They don't, they're not easily led. You know, they're very independent, they're very strong, they're a natural leader. So you're dealing with someone that has strong energy. And they're not going to just do whatever you want. You have to kind of learn how to compromise. You might have to learn how to negotiate. You have the Strength card here. This is about controlling your emotions, controlling the beast within. If you have any issues around anger, you may have to work on that. Like, how do I release my anger in a healthy way? If someone is frustrating me, how do I get my needs met without flipping out, without having a big come apart? This could also mean that you're taming the beast. You know, that you might be dealing with someone who can be volatile and can be very emotional or very passionate in the way they express themselves. And you need to learn how to tame that lion. And the way you tame the lion is through loving kindness. I feel like someone may come to you who's wounded and you're helping them through a difficult time. And because you're being so nurturing and so loving, it's like the lion goes, okay, I won't eat you. I won't, tear you to shreds because I know you're just trying to help me. Because this is about raw emotion. It's about the animal nature within us and learning how to control that. And sometimes the Strength card can represent someone who needs counseling. So you might be dealing with someone who's going through a difficult time, and counseling would help them. Maybe they're having trouble controlling their emotions or controlling their anger, and they need, some type of counseling to help them find balance, again with the Temperance. The High Priestess is in your environment, so there are things going on behind the scenes that you may not be aware of. It's time to trust your intuition. So if you're thinking about someone or a relationship, I feel like you're going to hear some good news, or there's going to be some new development in a relationship in April. And I think you're going to be happy with it, but it's also going to lead to some type of choice. Now you have the Knight of Pentacles, so you're not one to rush into anything. Taurus does not rush. You cannot make a Taurus go fast, then they get upset. We have to take our time. We have to take our time to think and make decisions. You cannot rush us. But whatever a Taurus does, they do thoroughly. They may take longer than the next person, but when they hand something in, it's thoroughly done. There's no, slipshod, no mistakes. So this Knight of Pentacles energy, I think this is your energy. And it's in your goals, your wish fulfillment sector. So you want a relationship, and you want something solid and steady. And you're willing to take the time to develop that. You're not wanting to rush into anything. So even if this person pops up, and it's possible because when we get to the astrology, Uranus is playing, Uranus is in Taurus. Venus is moving into Taurus. So there could be some unexpected developments around love this month. And they may come out of left field. With Uranus, you have no, you just don't expect it. It's just like, wow, I never expected this to happen. And so you may be having some surprises. And I think they're going to be good surprises. I don't think they're going to be surprises like, oh no, disaster. I think it's going to be a happy surprise, but it's going to catch you off guard. You're not going to expect it. And the Lovers is here. Now this is a major card. The Lovers is a strong relationship with someone. Someone kind of like a soulmate relationship. But there's always a choice with the Lovers. And, especially with this Three of Cups in the reading, there could be a third party situation. It could be that you're choosing between two people, or you're dealing with someone who is, seeing you and somebody else. Maybe in the past you had some kind of issue with this person over a third party, and now they might be coming back, and you have to make a decision. Do I want to reconnect with this person? This is a general reading, so it may not apply to everyone's situation, but these are some of the possibilities. For some of you, it could be a birth that had an influence in this relationship. For some of you, it could be a third party. For some of you, you might even connect with someone through some kind of social thing. Somebody invites you out, and you run into somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, and they want to get together again. But in any case, with the Lovers, you have to make a choice. You have to make a decision. And the decision is a serious one with the Lovers, because whatever you decide, it's going to be permanent. So whether you decide to reconnect with someone and, okay, let's have a new start in our relationship. Like, let's say you're in a current relationship, you decide, okay, I want to save this relationship, I want us to have a good relationship, let's give us another chance, let's have a new start. That's one thing. It could be meeting somebody new and, leaving someone behind and moving into somebody new, having a new cycle. Or you could decide somebody comes back and wants a new beginning, and you may decide, I don't know if I want this. I don't want to rush into this. And they may be pressuring you. The Wands energy, they want things to happen right away. They don't have a lot of patience. So somebody may be pressuring you to make a decision. So you have to take your time and make the decision that's best for you. Make the choice that feels right to you. You could be choosing between two people. Do I choose this person? Do I choose that person? So you want to give it some thought. But there's definitely some new energy coming in, a new cycle that's going to bring it's going to get you out of that stagnant energy of, not socializing and just being home and resting. It's like the healing is done, the hermit energy is done. It's time. You've been alone long enough. Now it's time to get back in the action. And that's coming in April. So let's see. So you have the new moon in Aries on the 11th in your 12th house. And it's conjunct Venus. So the 12th house has to do with things that are hidden. Your unconscious, ways we self-sabotage, hidden enemies. Venus there could mean that you have feelings for someone, but you're not letting them know. So maybe it's time for you to work on that. Like, why am I not letting this person know? Why am I hiding from my feelings? Mercury is there at the beginning of the month. Mercury's in Pisces, but then it's going to be moving into Aries on the 5th. So it's moving into your 12th house. So it's a time to do a lot of thinking. Like, you start the month off in meditation. See this card, the Four of Swords? This person's resting and meditating and healing. So I think the beginning of the month is going to be a time of healing for you. But then this Ace of Wands comes in. Then, and this Venus, you're going to be thinking, you have to think about, because you have Pluto in the 9th house. And Venus is squaring Pluto exactly at this new moon. So you could be connecting with someone who's very different than you. Different culture, different belief system, just different. And so there could be some power struggles. You could be dealing with someone who's kind of a manipulator. So you want to give it a lot of thought. Or if you're the one, you don't want to manipulate someone. You want to just people need to come together naturally. You can't make someone love you. Venus squares Pluto is difficult energy because there's a lot of power involved in love. Love should not be because of power. Love should just be, I'm loving you because I love you, not because I want to control you. So you could be connecting with someone that has control issues. So you just want to be aware of that. But now Venus and the new moon is sextiling Jupiter in your 10th house. So Jupiter in the 10th house brings luck and abundance. It can bring career success too, because this Ace of Wands can represent a new job. Maybe you're working with this King of Wands, or you're going to be connecting with someone through work. Anyway, it brings abundance and success and even money. Jupiter brings, expansion. So you could be working with someone, and whatever project you're working on, it's reaching a lot of people. Also, you could be dealing with someone who is from a different culture than you. Mars is very active this month. It's trining Jupiter. Mars is in Gemini at the beginning of the month. At the end of the month, he's going to move into Cancer. But while he's in Gemini, he's moving quickly. Things are happening quickly, and he's going through your second house. So Mars in the second house can mean that you're focused on money. You're wanting to make more money. You could be you might have some expenses come up in April that you have to pay out. It's tax season. You might have to pay out in taxes. So you're thinking of ways to bring more money into your life. And there could be a job opportunity that comes in that allows you to earn more money. And you may have to make a choice. Saturn and Mercury. Mercury is sextile Saturn. It's kind of a separating square at this new moon. So there could be some kind of commitment or some kind of contract that needs to be signed when Mercury sextiles Saturn. And let's see, where's Mercury? Mercury's in your 12th house. I think this has to do with communicating your needs. Maybe you need to have a talk with someone. If you're not happy at your job or at work, or you're not happy even in your status in a relationship, you need to communicate what's wrong. You can't expect the other person to be a mind reader. But you might be surprised with the result, because you have a lot of planets that are supporting this new beginning. Aries is about having courage. Having the courage to take action, having the courage to speak up. So if there's anything that you've been kind of stifling, anything that's, if you've been afraid to take action because, 12th house issues, it's a blind spot. You're not one to reach out. Taurus is not one to reach out to other people. Taurus is like, you call me, or I'm here, you know where I live, you know my number. Maybe you need to break that this month and start making things happen for yourself. Instead of waiting for people to call you, maybe you need to call them. Maybe you need to reach out to people, especially in love. If you're interested in someone, maybe it's time for you to speak. Don't carry your heart. Don't hide your feelings. Speak up. So then we have the, let's see. So Taurus, when Venus moves into Taurus on the 15th, you're going to be attracting love. When Venus is in your first house, you're attracting love. You're looking beautiful. It's affecting your appearance. You're going to be more charming. It's a good time to do a makeover if you want to get a new hairdo, a new, look. When Venus is in Taurus, you're just going to be attracting. You're going to be more attractive. You're going to feel more attractive. You're going to be feeling more charming, more flirty. So your love life may change for the better toward the middle of the month. Then we have this, Mars moves into Cancer, and that will be in your 3rd house. So you might be maybe getting out and meeting some friends or relatives. There might be some activity around. Because the 3rd house is a house of communication and travel. You have to be careful traveling. Don't drive when you're angry. Slow down. Don't speed around. But the 3rd house has to do with communication. So Mars in the 3rd house, you may hear from people that you haven't spoken to in a while, friends, relatives, maybe cousins, brothers, sisters. And Mars is trining, this new moon is this full moon is trining Mars. We have the full moon on the 26th in Scorpio in your 7th house. So something is coming to a head in a relationship or a partnership situation. So you're either committing to a partnership or seeing the truth in a partnership and deciding to go your separate ways. There's going to be surprises at this full moon. The full moon is going to bring things to light. So whatever was hidden is going to come out in a relationship. So because the moon is in your 7th house, and it's opposing Uranus, Venus, and Mercury in your 1st house. So maybe it's time for you to speak up. Maybe if you decide to let somebody know how you feel, it could change the relationship. It could turn it in a new direction. But I feel like there could be some surprises. And they may come from you, since you have Uranus in the first house. You have Uranus in Taurus. You may act out of character in the month of April at this full moon. Maybe, you've always been like calm and you don't speak up, and all of a sudden now you're speaking. And the person that you're telling things to is like, whoa, I didn't know you had it in you. But don't be afraid to reveal your feelings for someone this month. Because I think it can change the relationship, the direction of a relationship. You have an opportunity for a new beginning. And you have the support of Mars and Jupiter. So, and also Saturn. Saturn is trining the North Node. So, and where is that? That's in your second house. Yeah, because Gemini is the second house. So there could be some, you could be signing a contract. You could be making some money this month. If you're starting a new job in April, you could be negotiating some kind of salary increase. So there could be money coming in, love coming in. And then Pluto is going to go retrograde in Capricorn at the end of the month. And that's going to be in your 9th house. Let me see. Yeah, that's going to be in your 9th house. So, you may go back to the drawing board on some educational program. Because the 9th house has to do with higher education, teaching, learning, sometimes long-distance travel. So you may be rethinking, if you're working on a project that involves any of those things, you might be going back to the drawing board to redo it, retweak it, or, go deeper. Maybe if you put something off, maybe you wanted to, take a course, and then you couldn't do it because of the pandemic or whatever. You're going to go back to that. You may be rethinking that. You might even rethink your belief systems during this time. You might be wanting to know, like, what is truth? What is true for me? What do I really believe? I think that if you do travel, it can change your life at this time. You need to get out of your comfort zone. You may have been stuck in a rut for a while. It's time for Taurus to move, to shake things up, especially with Uranus in your sign. But I feel like you're going to have a choice to make in a relationship by the end of the month, especially around the full moon. Things are going to come out, information, either you're going to express your feelings or someone else is going to express feelings for you that you didn't know. Because messages are coming in, new beginnings are possible. This High Priestess, this is what's hidden. And it's in your environment. There's something hidden that needs to come out. And then you have to make a choice. You have to decide, okay, now that I have this information, what am I going to do? Am I going to commit to this relationship? Am I going to give this person a chance? Am I going to walk away? How much does this person really mean to me? You're going to be making decisions like that. But there's definitely, I feel there's potential for a new beginning in love. And so go for it, Taurus. Don't be afraid to shake things up and go. Don't be afraid to reveal how you feel. I think that's key this month. Let somebody know how you feel so that, don't hide it in the shadows. If you care about someone, let them know. So that's my forecast for this month, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, leave me a comment below. Let me know if it resonated with you. If you'd like to get a private reading, just click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website. In the meantime, I want to say thank you, everyone, for supporting this channel, for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. And happy birthday. Have a wonderful April, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.